All right, let's see what we should do next here. You know, one that just came in with, I'm really curious about. These came in kind of individually. Let's go ahead and throw those out here. These are the Boost, easy to pronounce. Let's see, replace indicator. See, this is neat. They have these indicator lights on here that should change color to a blue, I believe. Yeah, dot turns blue once these dry out, or once the moisture content goes lower. I have to do a little bit more research on these. I'd consider getting these myself, just to put inside my jars. But there was a chemical compound in there that I didn't feel comfortable with. So these are probably quite different. Otherwise they wouldn't put them in here. So what do we got here? We have a Boost 62%, 8 gram. I'm not sure how many I bought. Looks like I probably bought a dozen of these. So yeah, 62%, the 8 gram pack to regulate humidity, two-way humidity regulator. Do not open packet. Well, we're going to open your packet. We won't eat it though, trust me. And place into container, add the replacement indicator, replace when pink dot turns blue. So yeah, for all of our benefit, I'm going to do a little bit of research on a little dot while we're checking all this stuff out. So let's go ahead and rip one of these open, because once again, I can't see all of the package. And did I just rip that package? Okay, so it tells you don't tear the package, but while I was opening the package itself, the outside package, this happened. And that was just a little nick. It wouldn't take much more for me to have torn that thing straight on off. That was zero effort. So, yeah, this paper is thin. It's not quite the same. Remember I said the last one, dude, I don't even know what to call these things. But this paper here, like I said, is fibrous. This paper just feels like, you know, a ream of paper. You know, it's not, I mean, it's your standard, you know, thick paper, but, you know, it's just, all right, I'm moving on. I think I'm obsessing there. So there's nothing different on the front. Integra Boost. I'm going to go ahead and do like I did to the Bovita. Run my fingers around the edges of this, because this is a moisture pack. I'm going to go back really quick. So this one here, I needed to say, this does not feel like there's any moisture. It feels like there's a block in here. Okay, it feels like there is... I don't know, a chunk of paper in here, cardboard or something, but it doesn't feel any moisture at all. And there's no squishy. This is just like, feels like there's a piece of paper a thick piece of paper in there. Whereas this and the Bovita pack, completely full of moisture. This one here is different from the Bovita. The Bovita feels like it's solid water in there, just like a, you know, a big glug of water. This feels like it's got water and something else in there, and my guess is it's going to be just a piece of mesh. We'll determine that when we tear these apart, like we're not supposed to, but yeah, this is nice and clean. I have no crystals whatsoever, no hardness anywhere. These are in good shape. I'm going to go ahead and just do it through the packaging on a few others just to confirm. Nothing there. And nothing there. Okay, so these are in good shape. They're fresh. That doesn't mean a whole lot to me. I don't know how fast these are going to dry out. I don't know anything about these. So at this point now, these are nice and fresh. They're in great shape, and we'll see what happens. Let me go ahead and put these on up over here. There's our third one, and as soon as I figure out what I did with that indicator dot, I'll throw it on over there too. So, all right, on to the next. All right, right, moving on to the next one. Just because we just did the Bovida, I'm going to go ahead and do the other one with a glycol solution, whatever you want to call it. I think they call it silica gel type versus a fiber type. All these other ones that are they're cardboard, I keep on calling, they call those the fiber type, and these and the Bovida ones are silica gel type. So you could feel it inside squishing around. Like I said, this one feels a little different from the other one. It feels like there's something in there. And this one here also has one of these indicator packs or dots. So I might have mentioned earlier that I had looked at these once upon a time for my own product. And I had done some research and I found that I did not want anybody putting these next to their herbs. I decided to go ahead and look around again today. Technology's probably changed since then. Last time I looked at it was probably 6 years ago, something like that. And what I found was these dots are put on, what should I say? They are put on with a onto a blotting paper. This paper is just a blotting paper. And it's impregnated with a cobalt chloride base. And if that sounds a bit funky, it probably is because it is. You know, that little dot right there, you can kind of see it. I'm not going to say one way or the other whether it's bad for you or not. Do your own research. I wouldn't do it myself. There are, however, dots out there that are cobalt chloride free. Whether these are them or not, I don't know, but it does not say on here. If it doesn't say it on here, I'm going with the safest measure and assuming this is cobalt chloride based. That being said, moving on, I'm here to review the packages, not their little add-ins. So there's that. We're going to go ahead and crack open this boost. Last time it made a mess. I intend to make the same mess again. Let me see if I got that plate around here. All right, here we go. Let's see what we can find in here. And like I said, no crystallization in this one at all. I don't feel the moisture shifting around inside as much as I did. Like I could just squeeze it on over to the side in the Bovida. This one here, I feel like there's a whole bunch being left behind. So, curious. Didn't think so. Optimistic. I'm trying to just catch the very edge of this. There we go. And opening it up. And definitely has something else going on in here. Holy cow. This is a much thicker gel. You can see, I mean, I feel like I almost could just put this in my hand and then put it back in here. So that's what I was feeling. It's just a thicker gel. I'm not seeing any membrane or anything. This is just flat out gel. Yeah. Paper feels a little different. In what way, you ask? I don't feel like this one has that same kind of membrane feel to it. Or maybe it's just the paper on the outside. It's a thinner paper. Because now that I feel in here, there's definitely some kind of a membrane. Oh, there it is. So there's the membrane. I really doubt that the paper on the outside has a lot to do with it, unless it's got a really tight fiber. This is what it's all about right here, probably, is how thick that membrane is. So that's it. Once again, I haven't seen anything that indicates that the ingredients are any different. This one here, as we're doing our tests in our jars, is slower to react than the Boveda. Whether it will, oh my God, this is just too gross. I gotta just play with it for a second. Yeah, that's just a, this is unflavored Jello. Yeah, maybe a nice salty Jello would work just fine. I'm kidding. So yeah, this acts a lot slower than the Boveda, and I'm not sure exactly why. We'll see over time if that changes. Give it another 12 hours or so, and we'll see if they just kind of acclimate, one just acclimates slower than the other. But I have a feeling it's going to be the outside paper that really makes the difference. Because I really have my doubts that this solution here is that much different than the other one for the Boveda. The Boveda, like I said, is much thinner. This one here I would think would stay stable for a much longer period of time, but I don't know. We're going to find out though. So that's it, and moving on to the next.